Page 104, the Battle Hymn of the Republic. This piece is a great piece for this kind of thing because it's almost always played incorrectly. It's because of the dotted rhythm. They're talking about the dotted rhythm at the top of page 104 for 16th note dotted 8th note, blah, blah, blah. It all works the same. If you understand how the dot works, it doesn't matter what the notes are. The dot gets half the value of the note, whatever it is. So here we have a dotted 8th note. An 8th note gets half a count. So the dot gets half of that. So it's like 3/4 of a count. So sort of what it is, 1E and So the 16th note comes on the So look at Battle Hymn of the Republic. The first line, right hand. You have a quarter note, first note's fine, pickup note. And then we have these dotted rhythms. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and that's how they work. Really, really, really slow. You just work them out that way. So it's 1E and So what's the problem? Well, the problem is that people will tend to play them as triplets. And to make matters worse, in this arrangement, we got triplets over on page 105. Blurs it up even more. So it's like on page 104, they would play those dotted rhythms as triplets. And you get a 1 and 2 and that's a triplet feel. And you can feel a triplet because it just kind of swings along. Da, 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 da. And a dotted rhythm is a sharper rhythm because the short note is shorter than that. So you be careful on your rhythms. When you get a dotted rhythm, don't turn it into a triplet because that's what most people seem to want to do. As I said, over on page 105, they give you the triplets because they changed the time signature from common time to 6/8 time. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that makes it worse. I mean, it's a nice effect, but ideally it would stay in common time with dotted rhythms throughout. So the melody starting at the last measure, the first line on page 105 here. Technically, that melody should stay in dotted rhythm. So it's here. Those short notes would be shorter than that, but this arrangement doesn't do that. It turns it into triplets. That's about all it is here. It's really not a difficult piece. I will make some changes in the fingering or some suggestions because we have all kinds of repeated notes going on. And so over on page 104, starting out in the right hand, your fourth finger's fine, and then I recommend a 3-1-3. Especially when you have a dotted rhythm where the notes are really, really short. Alternate or different fingers help you do that rather than using the same finger, because the same finger will tend to slow it down. So 3-1-3, 2-1, and then a 2 on the G, and the next measure is 5-4-5. Last measure is 2-1-2. And then second line at the end of the first measure is the last two notes is 4-1. And then a 3-1-3. And then a 2 on the G. 5-4-5. And I recommend a 1-2-4 here, because I want to connect the top note. So I do it. Now, when you get to top 105 at the 6/8 time, I'm recommending start with third finger, then a 1, 3, 2, 1. Like so. 1, 2, and Because in 6/8 time, an eighth note gets a count. So a 16th note gets half a count. So it's 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With 16th notes, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and is how the counting goes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and is how that. Wonderful, isn't it? And that's the figuring for the most part until you get down to the 4th line on page 105. Recommending a 1, 2, 3, and then the 3rd measure over is a 1, 3, and then a 1, 4, and then a 2, 5. Now on the last line, 2nd measure, I recommend that 1, 2, 5, and a 1, 2, 4, and alternate that. Like thing. I think you'll be fine. Left hand, finger it the way they got it. Melody kind of goes back and forth. It's in the right hand most of the time until over on page 105. Last measure of the 1st line, it's in the left hand here. It stays in the left hand until the last measure of the 3rd line when the right hand gets it back. There is a pickup beat. I'll give us 3 counts. The pedaling, you can pedal it just like it's shown. It's more for show anyway. The pedal doesn't start until the top of page 105. It's legato pedaling when it's pedaled. Not everything is pedaled, but you'll see where it is. So put your hands up where they go and the foot's on the pedal and we're ready to go. I'll give us 3 counts. Now in order to make this work with a metronome, we'll have to adjust things slightly. So at the beginning of this, the metronome is going to be counting quarter notes or beating quarter notes. So it's like 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a. It's slow, but that's okay. We want to go slow. Then when we get to the 6th to 8th time, over on the top page 105, the metronome is beating dotted quarter notes. To follow the left hand, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is how it's doing. So just don't get too lost on this counting thing. 1, ready, go. 1E and a